In this video, I'm gonna break down all of Charleston, South Carolina from my heat maps. I'm getting calls, texts, emails daily from people who are just like you, relocating to Charleston, Summerville, and the surrounding areas, and wondering what the big draw and where things are located. And I'm going to pull up a map here in just a few minutes and show you everything. So be sure to keep watching all the way to the end. So let's not waste any more time and let's dive into my heat maps. All right, so we are back and I am ready to start the heat maps portion of this video. And so I'm really excited to dive into this. I think for someone looking to relocate here, it's really good to understand where everything is and kind of how to understand and look at the Tri-County, Charleston Tri-County area. So let's dive into it right now. I'm gonna share my screen here so you can see what I'm seeing. So you should be able to see my map here, and you should also be able to see me. This little heart is my office. So my office is located right there conveniently off the 26th. 26 runs majority of from Orangeburg, actually a little further up, but all the way right down into Charleston, right into downtown. So it ends right there. Drops you off, which is great. So this is what's considered Charleston proper, downtown Charleston. Off to this area, you have Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant is a great community. It's pretty inundated with houses and neighborhoods and shopping and restaurants. The 17 high roadway here, this is essentially your main access to all parts of Mount Pleasant. There's a lot of great neighborhoods up here off of 41. So if you're looking at this and you're thinking to yourself, okay, I'm gonna live in Mount Pleasant. Where exactly do I live in Mount Pleasant? Well, Dunes West is up here off of 41. So it's up there. And again, there's really some great areas in other pocket neighborhoods as well besides Dunes West that's in here. Park West you have close by. You also do have Brickyard, which is a little bit more down here off 17. But there's some really great communities. Now, the median price point in Mount Pleasant is in the sixes. As today of this video, we're at about $675. And so, when you look at that, you have to budget and say, okay, is it worth for me to live, 5 minutes from the beach, and essentially be close to everything downtown Charleston, be in the action of it all at that price point, or would I be better served going farther inland? And so that's a question a lot of people ask themselves, because even right now you're starting to have the islands fill up with a lot of residential areas, a lot of areas that I would say would be more housing communities. There some areas where, for instance, you're finding people are moving into, Oakfield, and there's some neighborhoods right off River Road. And I think what people are realizing is that, even in Johns Island, it's going to be difficult to find something under 500. James Island's similar situation. So, for people who want to live, and I get this question all the time, hey, I want to live 15, 20 minutes from the beach. I don't want to compromise on that. Okay. Well, then we need to look at some other areas that are going to put you 15, 20 minutes from the beach. It may be 25 in order to get you to your price point. So it's something to consider. Now, one of the other things that I will note is that besides Johns Island and James Island, a lot of builders are starting to move out to the Hollywood, the Megget, and Ravenel areas. So you're starting to see builders open developments, and essentially that's just because there's land available. The price points are still going to be competitive, but I don't think they're going to be as competitive as places like when you get into Summerville, Ladson, Goose Creek. And I know I'm kind of bouncing around a little bit here, so I do apologize for that, but I want to highlight the areas that I think buyers are really, really looking. So if you're someone who's comfortable with a lot size of 0.14 up to 0.25, Summerville is definitely going to be an area where you can really look for a new construction home or a pre-owned home that's going to be on a decent lot with really great amenities. Up in this area, you have Cane Bay. So Cane Bay, this kind of triangle, upside down pyramid, as I kind of call it sometimes. This is a mature neighborhood that's still doing new construction. You can still find houses in the 300s, and it's an awesome neighborhood because it's all encompassing. It has, your grocery store, your schools. You got a school on the front. You now have a new school on the back, Berkeley Preparatory Academy. So Cane Bay checks a lot of boxes for a lot of people who are, considering moving here, but moving here with less than $500,000 in their pocket, right? Homes like that you're starting to see kind of pop up in more of the Nexton area. So you have this 176. This is State Road. This is what I say separates Cane Bay and Nexton. So Nexton is the kind of the hip community. It was named the #1 master plan community in the entire country. It has a Del Webb Charleston, which is actively building. It's a 55 active adult community. They're still building in there, so you can still purchase land and lots. So the nice part about Nexton is it has its own off-ramp off the 26. So if you're someone who has to commute to downtown Charleston, maybe you commute up to Ridgeville, Nexton actually is going to put you conveniently off the 26. So Nexton Parkway runs all the way through Nexton. This is Brighton Park Village. This community is all sold out and built up. This is the next community that's currently being built. This is known as Midtown. I do have a plethora of Midtown videos. I would highly recommend going through and doing a search to watch some of those. And then all along Nexton Parkway, they're going to be building future development, commercial. MUSC is going to have a big hospital. Roper St. Francis put in their Berkeley Hospital right here. So again, nurses, doctors, people who are looking to move here, the jobs are going to be in kind of these areas in the next few years because they're going to need nurses to fill that hospital. And there's definitely, we got a lot of people that are moving here and we need a lot of, medical care. So the other areas to consider, you do have a couple other neighborhoods up here. You have True Homes, which has North Creek Village, and then Bradford Point by Centex. And then you've got, some more restaurants, shopping, commercial locations. This doesn't show an updated photo, but, again, this is all going to be commercial shopping in here. It already is. It's just, again, these photos aren't updated through the Google Maps, but again, these heat maps really do show you where the hot zones are. So I would say everything here northeast of the 26 is what I consider new Summerville. This is where everything on this 17 all the way up, back over. This is where you're going to see a lot of growth in the next few years. And it's already happening. Everything south of the 26, I would consider more of the historic side of Summerville. So you got some older homes, older neighborhoods, got Quail Arbor, some more mature older neighborhoods. These are neighborhoods where if you want a little bit larger lot sizes, you're going to be able to find them. So there's nothing wrong with those neighborhoods or anything. It's just this is where you're going to see some larger lot neighborhoods. You also have Trident Medical Center nearby, Publix. So there's a lot of really great advantages to living on both sides of Summerville. But keep in mind, Summerville's pretty big. It takes you from here down here. It takes you about 50 to 55 minutes, and that's a lot. So if you're going to be someone who's going to be living in the Ponds is way over here. It'll definitely take you 55 minutes to get there. Now, if you're someone who's going to be living down in Summers Corner, look at how tucked back this is. I mean, this is the Azalea Ridge portion of Summers Corner right now, but you're close to the Ashley Ridge High School. So you're close to all the DD2 schools as well. So that's, again, that's a conversation for another day, but just keep in mind, that is where you're seeing a good portion of Summerville. Now, in Ladson, you're also going to find some more mature neighborhoods, some other homes that are going to be in the low 300s to mid 300s. Ladson's a great area. Definitely want to check that out. I wouldn't rule that off any searches. In Goose Creek. Okay, so in Goose Creek, you have Crowfield Plantation, which is an awesome neighborhood. A lot of people really do reach out and ask me about Crowfield. So there's some great neighborhoods in Goose Creek as well. And again, that's going to keep you in that 300s range. Now, as you get into like Hanahan, the North Charleston area, Park Circle is a very popular place to live. Some really great houses in very interesting houses, single story, smaller. I really recommend Park Circle for the young professional, someone who's maybe you are gonna come here and rent. I would definitely check out that area. You got some really great shops, restaurants close by, walking parks. I mean, everything. It's really, really cool. I love going. So there's some really good pizza, and it's called Park Pizza Co. Check them out. I love their pizza. I will literally drive to there to get their pizza. It is delicious. And then, as you continue down the 26, it brings you into Charleston proper. And all along this, you've got restaurants, Home Team Barbecue, you've got all the good stuff. Now, everybody asks me, is living downtown feasible? And it really, for a lot of people, I don't think it is. If you're someone, maybe you are very, artsy, you have more of a disposable income, maybe you're looking for an investment property, investors should definitely consider downtown. I think there's such a tourism-based area that you will get those renters who will come in and want to rent from you. So again, that's a brief look at Charleston on an overview, but I do want to also point out the future areas. Even though Mount Pleasant's starting to fill up, you've definitely got Wando. And besides Wando, you're seeing a lot of neighborhoods go into Hugie. So if you're not familiar with Hugie, it looks like Huger, okay, but it's pronounced Hugie. And this area is where they're building actually some really great neighborhoods. Eastwood Homes has a area down there. You've also got Toll Brothers, they're building down there. And the reason I bring this Hugie area up, is because I do have people that want those big lots, but only want to be a 20-minute drive to Mount Pleasant. Well, you can be a 25, 30-minute drive to Mount Pleasant and get a half an acre lot in Hugie. So you can get a little bit more land in this area than you would, let's say, Summerville. And if you wanted to be kind of more inland up the 26, then I would highly recommend Ridgeville or Ellery. Those are going to be some areas where you're going to really start to see lake properties, neighborhoods that are going to be focused for lake activities. You have Lake Marion, Lake Moultrie, which are very popular to visit, camp, do all that good stuff. And then you also have everything down as far as Edisto, Kiowa Island, Folly Beach. These are all really popular resort locations where, if you were looking for a property to invest in and you did want to do, a rental in Kiowa, you could do something like that. Again, the possibilities are somewhat endless, but what I really wanted to do here is kind of give you an overlook of what our Charleston Tri-County looked like, where all the great things were. I think, when you're looking at Summerville, because that seems to be a popular one for people, shopping is going to reflect and mimic a lot of what Mount Pleasant has. So right now, if you're in shopping, you've got all your Target, you got your Walmart, you got your Walgreens, Home Depot, Lowe's. And then on the other side, you've got, your fine dining steakhouse, your really good biscuit place, your workout, hotels, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. This North Main Street has tons and tons of commercial, as well as growing commercial. So if you're a business looking to relocate here, well, heck, I'd start focusing on that Somerville, growing area on State Road and some of these neighborhoods, because I'm telling you, in the next few years, this is going to replicate a lot of what Mount Pleasant has. And then, you get into the downtown part of Somerville. You have Azalea Park, you have Hutchinson Square, Montrose. Montrose is a great place to get a local eat and drink, and then also listen to a cool band out on the patio. I mean, that is the benefit of living here. There's so many different options for things to do. So again, my office is right here, right off the 26, conveniently located. If you have questions or you want to make an appointment with me, I can help you go through all this. I hope this video was informative, really kind of showed you where everything was, breaks things down for you. I will say I didn't bring this up, but I do want to show this. This is the airport. We also have the Joint Base of Charleston over here. You do have some other military bases as well. They have a lot of homes in and around this area as well, in the lower mid 200s, lower 200s price point as well. But just want to kind of give you an idea and show you where everything is from these heat maps, because this really is going to determine, where you want to be from a price point stand. So you can look at these areas and go into Somerville and just watch the price start to get lower, lower, lower. So, as you come in, the price is going to dip down. Doesn't mean you can't find great deals in these areas. It's just they're going to look a little differently than what a good deal in Somerville, Ridgeville, maybe Monk's Corner is going to look like. Well, I hope this video has given you some great insight into moving to Charleston, Somerville, South Carolina in 2022. I hope this video has answered a lot of your questions. Do me a favor, smash that like button and click that notification bell so that every time I do a new video, you get notified. Give me a call days, nights, weekends, or even holidays. It doesn't matter. Just reach out. The only way I can help you and your family find a home here in Somerville is if you reach out. Give me a call, 843-226-5535. Once again, I'm Ryan McHugh, your neighborhood expert. Want to see available properties now? Go to www.buyfromry.com, and I'll be sure to see you next time.